New ways of watching. As we enter the 21st century, the proliferation of surveillance technologies was astounding in both its breadth and depth. No longer were everyday activities relegated, ignored by the agents of the state apparatus, unless you're a person of interest. Now everyone is a person of interest. Surveillance had been something that existed for a long time, as long as the modern state has existed. Wiretapping, house recordings, movements logged and meetings recorded, all collated by the police and intelligence services, regularly spied on people of interest. But the effect of this were hardly felt by the everyday people going about their lives. The 70s spy novel of things like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy by Le Carre tell a model. They explain the tropes of surveillance at that time. With the creation and mining of big data came the explosion of new models of surveillance. Literally everyday activities were now mined for data extrapolation. Every movement you take, every communication made, every search query correlated. No longer is your mundane existence ignored. Now it has been monetized and sold into the hands of corporate interests, all under the guise of convenience. Now, the issue here isn't with the data. Data isn't good or bad. It's what's done with data that causes issues. Is my tracking my fitness bad? No, of course not. It means that I can be more effective in training. Is the tracking of calories consumed likely to cause an issue to anyone in general terms? Again, no. As Doctorow's works point out and fictionally highlight, great change can come about from monitoring of the everyday mundane. Surprising changes can be made in a person's behaviour by monitoring data. The issue comes about when the outcome of this data mining isn't stopping myself from eating a packet of biscuits. It's when it chooses to sell me more biscuits, which I don't need or want, and certainly shouldn't be eating. The issue comes about in the sale of all this mundane data to corporate interests. For rock bottom prices, you can build some useful societal models. Using this technology sells things, whether those things are the latest fashions, bogus scientific claims, or even elections. And therein lies the issue. We've sold our surveillance to the lowest common bidder, and our only reward was convenience. As Focault highlights, for the marks that once indicated status, privilege and affiliation were increasingly in place, or at least supplemented, by a whole range of degrees of normality indicating membership of a harmonious social body, but also played a part in classification, hierarchization, and the distribution of rank. In a sense, the power of normalization imposes homogeneity, but it individualizes by making it possible to measure gaps, to determine levels, to fix specialities, and to render the differences useful by fitting them one to another.